When you awaken spiritually, you don't fit in anymore. And you feel alone. When you go through a truthful spiritual awakening, it doesn't matter who's around you, you feel alone. And in this deep chat that we're going to have today, because millions of people are dealing with the loneliness epidemic, you might sit at home and, you're just thinking about these things. Not many people are talking about them. I'm going to talk about them. Now, there's a loneliness epidemic that's going on in the world. And it's not that there's maybe no one around, there could be people around, but it doesn't matter, because this transitional phase is about your soul. So many people that spiritually awaken, there's no connection. We live in a modern society where there's transactional love, transactional friendship, but unconditional love, true connection, it's lacking. And once you go through this, and I'm going to explain to you all the deep concepts of why you feel alone and how, when you actually do go through this transitional phase, you cannot live in the fear of the past that something is going to loop again. There's many people that are tuned into this channel all the time, and maybe you just joined in today. And one of the things you have to realize is people that go through a spiritual awakening, you're going to come up against things and experiences that are not going to be so unicorn and rainbowy. But the reason for this is because this is the transition. This is the bridge of incidents that you have, all these incidents that happen in your life to get you on your journey to your next destination. And we really feel alone, not because we are alone, but because there's a lack of connection. And I've seen this over the years. And if you go through a spiritual awakening, why bother? Why bother with a fake relationship? Who the heck needs this crap in their life? Do you agree with that? I appreciate everyone coming on. This is going to be a deep one today. I appreciate if you hit the like button to push it out. You don't need these things. That you don't need to have, like, if you have friends in your life, you have friends in your life that are on the journey, and you can't do that that talk, the gossip, which has become such an overwhelming concept in this modern life with fake people on social media. It's all about gossip, and you can't do the gossip. Once you hear the gossip, once the mouth starts opening it up, it sounds like nails on a chalkboard. And you actually would rather be alone. So if you have spiritually awakened and you are a healed person, you tend to spend a lot of time alone. And this comes from what you have gathered, something that like 80% of the society, and we've really seen this, everything has been under a magnifying glass post 2020. And the things that are coming up in the news right now, all the things that are coming up are showing us, wow, we saw the truth of people, and people, they don't really care about you. They don't love you. They just want you to fit in. They just want you to fit in. So this all comes from once you have achieved self-respect. And once you have that self-respect, once you have respect for yourself, no one can get in that path anymore. Once you have achieved peace, your peace becomes your priority. And this is attached to your nervous system, because once you feel your nervous system calm, you will never want to go back to fight or flight. You never pacify yourself, and you can't, it's draining to you, like you'd rather be alone than just have someone just drain you and you're healed. So there are not many people in the whole world. A lot of us are scattered around the world. A lot of people use the term light workers. Are you a light worker? And there's many videos out there, and we've been sharing it for years. Oh, we're all scattered, and there might be one or two people in your local area that are on the same wavelength. We're all on different wavelengths, but you know what I mean, a similar wavelength. And you feel lonely, and you could talk, and you say, I can't talk about this gossip on the news. Nah, I can't deal with this fake modern woman in her sick ways. Nah, I can't deal with this worthless, weak beta male. Look at him sitting there, right? So there is something, your soul, you got to understand this, your soul, and this is riveting, like lions are waking up in this energy. It's riveting through you. Your soul is yearning for connection. It's that, and this is where it comes from. It's yearning for true connection. Stacy M, thank you so much for the super chat. So true what you are saying. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, Stacy. We're dropping the truth bombs all week on this channel. Don't go anywhere. It's a powerful week. It's the week of the Lion's Gate. And it's important that we are all letting go of the past. Sometimes we need to speak it out. We don't want to shove it down. We are clearing the way. And, it really comes from the ego, or things that are based in the ego, which is actually survival. Going back years ago, if, people in the tribe, if they thought a different way, if they got out of line, the whole tribe would because like everything was on oh my God, the whole tribe can collapse. Well, now in the modern society, if you see past the veil, if you see past the fakeness of mainstream media, did you see it? Did you see through all the con artists, right? That were rolled out post 2020. There was some crazy stuff happening in 2020. And then you start to see the truth of people. Okay, so when you go through this transitional phase, you absolutely, and it's so exhausting, you can't deal with people that can't think for themselves. Many people in the world can't think for themselves. They have to be told by people on the TV, what's the right thing to do? Okay, what am I supposed to do? We see this in the dating world, right? The catty women will get in the divine feminine's ear. Don't date this person because misery loves company, and the loop of society continues and continues. So you can't have a weak-minded girl that can't think for herself. You need a strong woman that can think for herself. And if you are a strong woman, then the weak men, they're going to be triggered by your strength, lioness. Do you understand? If you're on this channel, I speak to all people, and we can know the NPC codes. I know all of the NPC codes. Just click subscribe. I'll give them right to you, because many people in this world are playing a role, and they're not a soul. That rhymes. Ooh. Many people in this world are playing a role, and they're not a soul. And I've seen them over the years, over the course of my journey, right? I'm focused on health and wellness. I'm not aging. I'm keep moving forward. This is our journey. If you are spiritually awakened, and Carl Jung has explained, even going back into the past, that people that spiritually awaken no longer age, because you are the people. You can see these 25-year-old broken down modern women. They're broken down at 25. Right? Because they're holding on all this stress and all of the anger and all of the, keeping up. And if you are in the ego, say, look at all these people on social media, right? And you keep doing, I got to do this, and I got to sell my soul. I got to do all these things to keep up with this modern life. And if you are a spiritually awakened person, you can't deal with people that are slaves to the matrix. They're slaves to the matrix, light warriors. Did you know this? So once you awaken, you become very alone. And you're sitting there like, and I look at some of these behaviors of these clown women, and it's like I'd rather go to sleep. I'd just rather go to sleep. How many people are tuned in and you feel the sass? I'd just rather go to sleep. I don't need this shit, right? This is where we are in life. So we feel alone, and you don't have to spiritually bypass this. This is something that's feeling, right? So your feelings are not to be spiritually bypassed. There are many fake gurus out there that I give you the truth here. Your desires, what is the frequency, right? You come on the channel, Uncle Mike gives you the answer. The underlying frequency is the desire for true connection. That's what it is. It's not that you need to have this arm candy over here, not because you need to have this guy over here because he's flaunting all the money, right? And he's got all the fake stuff over there, but they can't think for themselves, right? This the truth talk over here. So the answer is, if you feel alone, and it's okay to feel this way. People will spiritually bypass it. Well, I'm okay. If you do that, then you will stay in the loop and you will always be alone because you're okay with that. It's not okay. And this yearning is to put out a frequency that you are meeting a connection. Someone that sees you back. Because people are playing a role in life. They can't think for themselves. Their day-to-day behaviors, it's not, they're doing it for other people. Okay? So people are concerned about playing the role. They are not concerned with love. They are not concerned with respect. And everything has become transactional and competitive. Even years ago, Nikola Tesla, he saw how the woman has become over competitive with the man, and that's out of balance and out of alignment. And you could go on your journey. Anyone that's listening, like people can't grasp the concept of unconditional love. You should not be jealous of each other. That's a sick mind. Right. And it goes both ways. The guys that are, oh, this is a smart woman that could think for herself. And they don't like that. All right. So everything has become competitive in this world and transactional. And you don't fit in no more. And you can't do it. So you feel, so what do I need this for? And then you rather just talk to the animals. Okay. So you are gaslit into this term called selfish and weak-minded people, right? So what we're seeing right now is this energy. I give you the current energies and the loneliness epidemic. There are many people, you felt alone in 2021 because you didn't bow down, right? And when you didn't comply, you were told that you were selfish. If anyone would like to hit the like button on this video, if you'd like to leave a comment. So if you did not comply, this is the energy, this is an example, you were called selfish. But now in the future, because the future proves the past, you are not selfish. You are thinking for yourself. Do you understand? That's why you don't. So now you go back to the beginning of the lesson. You had self-respect. When you have self-respect, you move forward and you think for yourself. And people that's not unconditional love. They will accept you if you accept the matrix, and that's crap. Do you understand me? You wake up today. you wake up today. This is what you feel alone. And we are going through a loneliness epidemic. Until the people can break it out of their mind and get out of the ego. You were gaslit. You were told love requires sacrifice. Love is hard, and that's all a program. And that's why you see so many unequally yoked relationships. God wanted equally yoked. I hope everyone writes it in the comments today. God wants equally yoked. So, and this code, this is why humanity is falling apart, because you don't have that strong, connection, the divine feminine and masculine, the electromagnetism. And this is why humanity's collapsing before our very eyes. You have to listen to your body, because the body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth, not morons on TV, not your gaslighting friends in the locker room, right? So we start thinking for ourselves, and where is true love, and what sparks something. Oh, well, I can't do this because of X, Y, or Z. Okay. So love does not require sacrifice. Like in your life, like if you, like there are certain things, it's really not like, and it's always like little things. Oh, I got to miss out on this, like little things, but it's not like a sacrifice that takes away from your authenticity. It's not like a big deal, right? Do you understand what I mean? So you're told these programs. Your needs are irrelevant. You are only respected if you betray yourself. Write it down if you need to study this stuff, right? You are only respected if you betray. I saw a lot of clowns back in 2021, right? Don't you disrespect me. I'm still going. And sometimes in our life, people that are listening in, and you're spiritually awakened for many years, and you had self-respect, and your life actually, you say, this is spiritual awakening. Some of you see the meme. I love the memes. Hit me up on Facebook. We have tremendous memes on Facebook. We have a great community. And you see the meme of Neo and Morpheus, right? And the first side of the meme, like it's like people partying in the club, and then it's the two of them like broken down on the bench. The moment that you spiritually awaken, nothing can be the same anymore. You can't have a surface level relationship. You can't even watch like TV just for leisure without like, now you start looking, your third eye is open. What's going on in this movie? And you can't shut it off. So once you spiritually awaken, it's over. It's 999. It's over, kid. And you can't go back. And there are people that will be the ostrich in the sand. The head is in the sand. That's like the modern woman. You ever go out? I have a lot of my brothers that are also single. A lot of great single men out there, and we all say the same thing. We look at these clowns, and that face has got to be in the phone. They can't look up. They're slaves to that phone, right? They're not concerned about working out. They're doing a photo shoot in the gym like a clown. So when you see this behavior, if you're an awakened man, that where you sit, what the heck am I going to do with it, right? Doesn't matter what they look like. The chat's blowing up. You understand what I'm saying, Chris? You understand what I'm saying? There it is. The face is in the phone the whole time, right? And even like earlier on, I saw the deterioration. This was actually before 2020. I don't go out no more, but pre-2020, I was sitting and I was a single guy again at the time. And we're sitting at a place in Brooklyn. It was someone's birthday, and we're all going out. And years ago, like you would see a girl, she would look at you. You're handsome. You're this. You dance. You do whatever, right? Like not normal humans. And I was sitting there, and my friend is like, he's kind of keen. He was a little like awakened. And we're looking at these two schmucks, and they were like kind of sitting up high, and they had the phones, and they go like this. They go like this. With the phone, like this with the phone. And then they go back and they're posting it. And they're just sitting there. And they're not even doing their life. These NPCs' lives have become pretending to live a life of fun and showing it on social media. So years ago, where maybe you did go to a club or a bar or something and you danced with girls and you did stuff, it was isolation. They could, and they're not even doing anything. They just for 10 seconds, they put on a show, they post it on social media, right? They post it on social media, and they're miserable. It's just the truth. People could get triggered by this. The modern woman could get triggered by this, but the job here is to snap you out of it. You have to get snapped out of it because you will never break the cycle. So, and it's equally yoked. So if you're a man of leadership, you can't have a clown in your life. You need a woman that's sharp. You need a woman that is living the same lifestyle as you. You don't go out and say, oh, people will hit you up, oh, take me out for drinks. Take me out for drinks. Now I'm sitting here and drink my water, kid. Let some schmuck take you out for drinks. I'm gonna just chill over here on the beach, right? I'm just gonna chill. So you become very alone. It doesn't mean that there's people around, the modern woman that has kids from other men. Oh, they throw themselves all over you, bro. I have a lot of friends that are also the same. We've never been married. We have no kids. But the ones that are they can't break free. They're getting the attention. But after they're broken down, after they have all these kids, then they love to throw themselves at you. But what do you need it for? You need a woman, brothers. You need a woman that's going to be focused on you, not my kids come first and this, because we don't do quantum entanglement. You're going to be entangled. You're going to be entangled with someone else. If you are a leadership man, I don't care who gets triggered by this. This is why we feel alone. I'll speak up for these men. You need a woman that's going to focus on you and not the past. So, and if you are a divine feminine, you got to wake up to this now, because you're going to lose your shot at a real man. Because there's going to be people that settle for this and all. If a man I'm focused on what I'm building, and in my life, I don't care if I'm alone. I'm good. Okay. Do we want to be alone? No. But what we want, right, is true connection. And only God can give you true connection. Only God can give you true connection. Because in this modern life, and there was actually an algorithm to the universe, right? But now everything is swipe. No one cares no more. They're just swiping. Oh, just replace. Just replace. All right. That's just what it's become. But there was a divine synchronicity that you would meet a girl randomly, or you would meet a guy randomly. But that random synchronicity, that was God's algorithm, and now it's corrupted. It's a modern world. So once you go through this journey and you shifted your mode, you can't do these things anymore. And again, it's equally yoked. Depends on where you are. I have a friend, he has kids, and he has to go through a divorce, and he's because he has a kid, he looks for a woman if he's going to have a relationship that also has a kid, right? So the term is finding a person that understands and it can fit into your life like a piece of like a puzzle. Okay, so there are people in the world that was their journey, and that those people fit together in a puzzle. But the problem in the world is, and that's why we're going to focus on this term, equally yoked. Do not, once you say, this is what I want in my life, you cannot fit into a organic, spiritually awakened relationship if you are not equally yoked. It's period, the end. You could deny it. You could turn this off. This doesn't change. It is equally yoked from now, from 10 years from now. And there are people that will complain, oh, well, you'll always be alone. Or what I suggest, again, I don't tell anyone how to live their life. but you will feel more alone if you're trapped with a person that you feel more alone if you're trapped with a person than if you are actually sitting alone. Because if you actually sit alone, you could hear the words of God crystal clear. So it's better. And I hope anyone that would like to comment on this, if you've ever had these experiences in your life, the order of operations, I'm going to give you the order. I give you the order of operations on this channel. Okay. This chat is blowing up right now. I appreciate if you smash the like button. We're dropping truth bombs on this channel all week long, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. Okay. So now, right? So order of operations. Okay. The top is equally yoked connection. Okay. If not, alone in peace. And then just having someone to fill the void is at the bottom, because it comes with a lot of dysfunction. It comes with dysfunction. And there are many people in this world, right? I'm telling you, I keep my home clean. I keep my frequency clean. But there's people that, again, there's no right or wrong to this. But now you say, well, now I have to get rid of this relationship because it's not going to last. Anything in your life, you could feel lonely in the workplace. I went through this as well. Back in when we were all going through all this stuff in 2021, only a few people saw the truth with all that stuff that people had to shove into their arms. Do you remember that? And I felt alone. Let me talk to you, kid. Let me talk to you. Back in 2021, my life was on the line. Let me talk to you. I'll tell you the truth, because the truth's got to come out now. I put myself first. I said, F the money. I said, F the money. And weak-minded people that want to gaslight me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I put myself first. It's not selfish. I felt alone. But I did it, kid. I did it. I hope I can inspire people to live their everyday life like this. I was alone, kid. I felt alone. But when you don't sell your soul, it's the peace. It's the head hit the pillow at night. All the time. Head hits the pillow at night. If you don't grasp this, if you're on this channel, you're a person that's spiritually awakened, you want to start manifesting, you want to become a conscious creator in life, that head hit the pillow at night, that window of time, that is the most important moment in the history of your day. And if you don't get it right, listen carefully, you will constantly loop the same reality over and over and over and over and over. Wow. Patriot for God 777. I'm so grateful for that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, brother. Your brother from another mother in Waco, Texas. Authenticity is our super power, fam. I appreciate you so much. Patriot for God 777. The rewards are here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. I'm very grateful. We have to stand. And when I speak, in the past, I had to be more careful, but there's not much censorship anymore. So when you say, it's not getting better in the world, it is getting better in the world. And when I speak, the truth's got to come out of this mouth. And I don't care. I don't care who I trigger, who's going to turn off, who's going to do this, who's going to do that. This is how you have to be. When you do this, if you're a person, if you're focusing your attention on this message today, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel alone. Okay. And you must do this. It's something that I've been sharing with the community especially about your solar plexus and your liver, because all of these things that other people, they put things on your body that it drains your body. And that is the weight of invisible expectations. Oh my God, the expectations that you might have. I have to do this. I have to show up this way in the world. No, you don't have to show. Nope. Like this, you got it. Nope. If you don't do this, so I lived through a time period where I was giving my everything to people that didn't deserve a second of my help. Let's put it that way. I was giving my everything to people that didn't actually care about me, that didn't actually show me unconditional love. Upon this time period, your body will start to fail you. The stress and cortisol, okay? And when you feel the difference is why you're alone, because you know it in 2.5 seconds, and you don't allow these people to ever, you're not giving your energy away. So this actually taxes us in the liver, in the adrenal glands, okay? In the adrenal, if I'm speaking a lot of stuff and you really want to go on this spiritual awakening journey, you want to learn more about your body and how we're focused on, you could click subscribe. You click subscribe today. At the end of the day, I did it my way. I believe Frank Sinatra sang that song. It's us Italians, okay? At the end of the day, I did it my way. And no one could ever take that away from you. It's difficult to do what I do. For example, I if you share from firsthand experience, this is my everyday life, and I'm coming out, I'm producing world famous content, and to have a platform of authenticity, to not fit in the box, to try to appease everyone, you'll lose your soul. And that's really what this modern world is all about. Fit into certain things, concepts. These are called pendulums. They're called pendulums. Energy group thinks in the world floating around, and people attach to, and that's why they're not a soul. They're just an NPC regurgitating whatever's in that particular pendulum. And again, pendulums do not have to be good or bad. They are just this is a part of the do you want to learn how this matrix reality works? You click subscribe. Like being a sports team, we could have fun in life. There are people that take life too seriously. I'm still going to watch sports. I know some people that are spiritually awakened, they don't like that. But listen, entertainment is entertainment. I like to see things. You have to take breaks. If you are too serious with the spiritual awakening, I'm telling you, I have a lot of brothers that we all do the same thing. You're on your journey. You're in the world, right? We're not of the world, but we could still be part of the world. If you go and I've met people, because you do want to meet a spiritually awakened person, but they're not actually spiritually awakened. They went into a secondary matrix. So you see how convoluted this is? So you can't say, I want to have a spiritually awakened girl, but she's a schmuck. She's a narcissist that has to go with this label, and I got to do this thing. And it's not a soul. And then there's going to be gaslighting. Oh, you're not eating, you're not this type of diet. You're not this type. Get them out of your life, kid. They're fake spiritual people. I appreciate you hit the like button. We're going to speak the truth today. So those that are truthfully spiritually awakened, do you understand how your dating pool's going like this, bro? It's sad, but it's true. Anna Herrera 888, the abundance is here. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. So what happens is, and again, at the end of the day, right? That's why we want to stay focused. Your life and everything, Hermetic principle of mentalism. Everything is mental. The mind. Carl Jung. The greatest, if you want to get through this ascension, the greatest privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truthfully are. And all these concepts outside of you, all the schmucks that are lining up telling you, take this shot in the arm, do this because this is the cool spiritual thing to do. All of these people fall. Your dating pool goes like this, bro. But at the end of the day, it's self-respect. And if one day God says, maybe there's one person in this world for me, maybe there's one of one. There's probably no one, but maybe there's, I'm just calling it how it is. Maybe there's what, does anyone want to comment on this? Maybe in this universe, there is one person for you, maybe, but there's probably zero. And when you realize that, you get to 0 point ascension. Oh, you should watch my world famous video on 0 point ascension. If it sounds interesting, you want me to do another video on it, I will. You have these epiphanies in life. And then you could say, you look at all the interactions in the world. A lot of people have been seeing a lot of weird behaviors of the herd. And you say, are these people real? And then you go really deep. And then you go, look at this, it's a holographic matrix reality that we're in. And then you could say, am I the only one in the room? And then you get real, then it gets real quiet. Oh yeah. So anyone that's listening in, that's on the cusp, be very mindful that there is no turning back. Once you cross over the awakening, you can't undo these things. So make sure, maybe you say, oh, I want to go on a spiritual awakening journey. I'm telling you, kid, make sure, because you will feel very alone. And it doesn't mean that there's not going to be, broads hitting you up, right? Puppy dog, beta males hitting you up, whoever's listening in, guy or girl, right? When you understand how I teach everyone, here's the weak and worthless modern woman chasing you around. You're like this, right? Off to our divine feminine. Here's the puppy dogs chasing you around. They can't think for their edges. No. Once you spiritually awaken, you're going to feel real alone. It's just the truth. And that's why there's a loneliness epidemic, because there's been a great spiritual awakening post 2020. And millions of people have woken up. I appreciate the comments. SBR is right, and I feel the same. They're going fast. All right. A lot of people feeling this way. It doesn't mean that you actually are. There's going to be people, but your soul it's a dissonance. It's for you, the person that's still on this message that is spiritually awakened. It is dissonance for you. They're opening the mouth. And so what you do as the empath, my number one podcast right now is the final split between empaths and narcissists. All right, check that video out if you haven't listened to that one. Maybe what I just said resonates with you. Okay. The dissonance for you actually pull back and you go into isolation, because all of that is chatter and noise. To the narcissist, they lash out with cognitive dissonance and they get angry. Oh, you didn't put that thing in your arm? Roar! I'm going to get angry at you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us lived through this. A lot of us dealt with this, right? And if you dealt with that, right, and that causes trauma, and all that stuff is held in our solar plexus, and you, right, your voice, you wanted to speak the truth. A lot of people were censored back in 2021, and you wanted to speak up. So what happens is the anger backs up into the liver. And what I do here on this channel, I give people real solutions. What's going on? You have to understand the emotional codes in our body. All right, you click subscribe. Emotional codes in the body. Anger is in the liver. Okay? Solar plexus, anxiety, fear of the future. Everyone was living their life. Everything went haywire. And so what happens? Fear of the future. So those that go on this journey, and you will say, oh, finally, if you do the fasting, if you do the detox cleansing, if you do the grounding and you're walking miles out in nature, okay, and you feel the difference in your nervous system, oh, your peace becomes your top priority. Your peace becomes your top priority. You can't fill the void. Everyone's got to live their own life. If you are a person, you're a man, you're not manipulated by lust. Okay, you move forward. You've done it all. Now, if you're okay and you love yourself and you don't fill the void, I'm not saying glorify. Some people glorify being alone, doing all these things. I'm telling you the answer. If you're cool with not, people could watch me for years. I don't fill the void with anything. My mother, I love my mother. She taught me, she goes, you don't accumulate clutter in your home. So if you're listening to this, you don't have people fill the void in your home. You keep it clean. You keep it clean. Understand? So when you spiritually awaken, you do feel lonely. And once you know like just to have someone, it's gotta be a soul connection. It's gotta be deep connection. And we're supposed to have this. We're not supposed to be alone. We're a species, right? That is supposed to be social. They promote social media and all this other stuff again. And I just recently talked about this. They're all good tools. They're all good things, but it's who's posting the social media, right? Well, what's the content? I put out content, and I'm always focused on this phrase, the content of character. How about the content of character? If a person doesn't like me because I live my life freely, they have to get TF out of my way. So you have to understand, if you made it to this, we're getting towards the end of this podcast today. The process of individuation, Carl Jung, the awakened empath. You are the awakened empath. You are not someone's doormat. You're always nice to everyone, and you felt all these emotions and feelings, but upon you integrate the shadows of the world, you got all the information. You felt all these things. You had to feel it. Oh, the awakened empath. Yeah, the awakened empath. And a lot of us had to, we had to strap on the full armor of God in the past few years. You have to have self-respect. Self-respect, when we're focusing on this lesson, it is about self-respect. And to overcome the loneliness epidemic, if you are a person that is spiritually awakened, do not live in fear. You have to listen to your body. You have to stop looping into the past. I have seen this firsthand. You know if that man or woman is for you, but you run because of fear. You know that work situation, you could go somewhere else, but you're afraid. You got to be strong today. Do this. Red Chick 27, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I love you. Yeah, you got to be the awakened empath, and you have to stop apologizing. And you are not selfish. If you lose yourself, so then you say, well, then it becomes transactional. Well, I did all this, so now you have to do that. That's not how reality works. I know sometimes people are new and you're going to come into my video and you're going to hear these things and you're going to say, wait, I don't want, this is the answer. You're not selfish, right? Selfish are these false idols that promoted all these, shots and things and all this money and stuff they got, and they hurt people. That, you understand? Hit the like button today. I appreciate that. We got to say enough is enough. We have to start standing up for ourselves And when you do this process, when you do this, you feel alone. But once you go through this, that's it. It's over. Wow. Alicia Matthews, it keeps moving. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why does it keep moving? What does he say? Super effective. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I'm so grateful. That's a beautiful, I'm so grateful. Thank you. And we are playing the game of life. You have to grab, you see how Alicia showed you the controller? So if you're on this message today, you have to stop going along like a sheep. You grab the controller. Write in the comments, I grabbed the controller of the game of life. And now we start playing the game. Start having fun, people. I've watched this. It's very upsetting over the years. And to go through it, and you're seeking connection. If you have a missed connection, oh yeah. The missed connection, the one that was ruined on purpose, you knew that could have been a connection for a relationship or for a job opportunity or for a missed connection. That's the deep pain, kid, because you know that it's so rare. It's so rare in this world. And a lot of people that are spiritually awakened, they are feeling alone. And I hope that this message inspires you and helps you today. So grateful for the full community support. Sharing this video today, comment down below if you feel loneliness, because there is a loneliness epidemic. People are maybe ashamed, right? Don't go down to shame, ashamed to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it here, okay? And the loneliness is really the underlying theme about it is the the lack of true connection comes from the soul, There could be people there. There could be, I'm just going to go along with it. Like if you are a person that's spiritually awakened, I'm not going to just go along with it. How many does that phrase? I'm not just going to go along with it. So when you switch your mode and you switch from NPC mode to creator mode, you have the spiritual awaken. The loneliness is the feeling, right? So in life, you have to go to what the feeling is. The feeling is lack of soul connection. That's the answer. Not that you can't get a girl, not that you can't get a puppy dog beta male chase you around. It is the lack of soul connection. And that makes the big shift. Sonia, thank you so much for the super chat. Sending love and hugs. I appreciate that. The whole world, this community needs to have full of love and hugs and everything else. So I appreciate everyone that listened to this talk today. Leave comments down below. Check out the relevant videos. There's a lot, and again, I spoke a little bit about the body. I'm going to leave you in the pinned comment. There's a lot going on. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, if you feel the energies are coming up, I condensed everything into a short video because there is really a lot going on. Check it out. Pinned comment popping up here. Stay focused. Hit me by Facebook, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram. All the links are in the description. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. Keep going. Never give up on your dreams. Never, if your dream is to just find like connections, and it could be like when you meet like friends or an actual relationship, never give up on your dream. Because if you give up, you're out. But if you never give up, if you never bow down, you're still in the game of life, and you won the war for your soul. I love you guys very much. Bye for now.